Roger Goodell clearly had a fix-in today, but I want to shout him out in our Madden League. I only have one Thursday night football game scheduled this season, so I want to shout out Madden Roger Goodell for listening to my complaints that I voiced on the pod. I'm a 3-time
Yeah,
Super Bowl winning coach in that league.
that lawsuit really must have hit his pockets hard, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, it was bad luck on the NFL. We're case worked its way all the way up to the Supreme Court. It was a really big.
It was a nasty trial, dude. Like there was some stuff coming up.
Gruesome, vile, wicked.
There was a lot of dirty stuff coming up
disgusting
about the
things
league.
were said in court, and we have proof that they wanted to hurt our players. So we have proof of that. So
yeah, my favorite addition
so
to
we settled.
yeah, my favorite addition to the rule book though is that Grant's running backs can actually phase through players now. That was my favorite. That was my favorite addition.
Yeah. No, that's one change that I want to shout out Roger Goodell for in the league, but clearly Roger Goodell had the fix in today.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one. We'll get to that.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode number 87, and the Super Bowl is set. The Chiefs will be taking on the Eagles. It will be the Kelsey Bowl in the Super Bowl.
Begrudgingly.
Some things may have been fixed to get one half of the teams in there, but you know what? We'll save that for later.
Well, so one half was fixed. The other half had the most cupcake ride to the Super Bowl humanly possible. So, I mean, yeah.
That is, I mean, you could say that, I guess. I am thinking about this early. We're gonna get into our quick reactions later, but based on how that game was called for the Chiefs, I'm picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
You're fighting
with the refs 100%.
You're fighting a curse though. That's the thing. You're fighting a curse.
I'm gonna go with the refs.
So it's
I want the refs on my side for this next game.
Refs versus Vikings curse.
I want the refs on my side. That's all I'm saying.
I personally want the Chiefs to win, but
I'm gonna go against the curse, Everett. I'm gonna go against
which means we're both about to lose, but you know what? It's all right.
One of us is losing. You know,
both of us are losing.
At the minimum, I'm making for good content.
I mean, if the Eagles win, does anybody really win?
No.
Nobody wins if the Eagles
nobody wins, and
nobody
also
wins.
If the Chiefs win, I guess the NFL wins, but I don't win. I do not want the Chiefs to win, but
technically you do win because they get a crappier draft pick.
No.
They get one pick less.
you get that for the Eagles, but the Eagles have the 10th pick in the draft, so it doesn't work for that.
Yeah, people forget that the Eagles are in the Super Bowl and have the 10th fucking pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah, so
who the hell did they trade away for that pick again, by the way? Oh, it was for Chris Olave, right? They traded to the Saints for them to draft Chris Olave.
I mean, what a move. What a move by Howie. Goddamn
Saints. You really had to suck that much ass this year. Fuck.
Garrett and Olave J-Mo, all great first-round wide receivers, but the Eagles had the best first-round pick, and I literally said it immediately after. Fucking A.J. Brown, best first-round pick in the draft, number 18.
They essentially got A.J. Brown and the 10th overall pick. That was the first round pick. No, I know, but essentially that's what it was because them getting A.J. Brown allowed them to trade that pick.
No, yes, true.
And they got Jordan Davis last year. Don't forget that.
No, but that was the best first round pick. Quick rewind to the draft. If we're going to quickly regrade last year's draft 1 year in, the best pick of the draft was the Eagles trading the 18th pick to the Titans, getting A.J. Brown for Treylon Burks, technically.
Yeah.
Best pick in the draft. So, yeah.
I forgot that Treylon Burks was a rookie.
Yeah, Treylon Burks, who they draft. So in theory, the Titans traded AJ Brown for Treylon Burks because they didn't want to pay AJ Brown.
Yeesh.
I mean,
Yeesh.
we can look back to Vrabel's reaction to that trade. Like, there's still like clips of it. Like,
Yeah, he's not very
he
happy.
wasn't happy about it.
He's not very happy about
And
that one.
don't think he's happy.
He's
about
definitely
now.
not happy
And,
now.
The GM found out that wasn't the greatest move.
No.
Yeah, he's no longer in Tennessee. But okay, before we get into the NFL, and we'll be talking about the NFL a lot over the next 2 weeks. So quickly, over the next couple of weeks, because next week, Everett, it's actually going to be very strange with
it's
football.
Our preemptive.
I mean, I don't give a wait.
It'll be a first look at what post NFL podcast will be.
Is for the Pro Bowl this year, like, is it?
It's flag football.
Wait, shut up.
It's flag football.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's flag football. You know who the coaches are? Peyton and Eli Manning.
I saw I didn't know that was real.
No, it is real.
Flag?
It's flag football.
I mean, they might as well just completely like stop even pretending anymore. Because I was about to say, like, what kind of two-hand touch competition is this going to be?
No, it literally is.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
It's flag football.
Flag football.
It is flag football.
Wow. Okay. If that's the case, still, I don't want any charges to go. They'll still find a way to get hurt.
What the fuck what does the O-line and D-line do in flag football?
I don't know, but especially I don't think there's such thing as 11 on 11 flag football. So like,
yeah. So what the fuck do they do?
I'm okay. This is, in my opinion, what it should be. It should be like classic middle school flag football where it's like 8 on 8, 7 on 7 or whatever. But
bro, do we get some big boy tutties?
In certain quarters, there should be big boys only playing receiver. Like, I want to see fucking.
Can we get a big boy quarterback though?
Joey Bosa versus Nick Bosa. Like, one lined up at receiver, the other lined up at corner.
We should get big boy quarterback.
If we're playing flag football, let's make it fun, guys. Like,
what if we did big boy onlys for a quarter, where every position, every player, including quarterback, everybody is an offensive lineman.
Like, I want to see Linval Joseph playing quarterback. I want to see him slinging it. Like, I
don't think he made the Pro Bowl, but all right.
You get upset.
I get the point. I mean, I get the point.
I want to see a show. All right. Like, back in the day, I want to see Vince Wilfork like at kicker.
Oh my god.
Like, doing like kicker.
He'd
like
pound that.
No, I know. There's literally clips of him like nailing. There's clips of him
nailing 30-yard field goals.
I want him playing quarterback. Like, I want big boys out there. Like, I'm pretty sure like JJ Watt has like caught multiple touchdowns in his life. Like, he could.
Yeah, he has like 6 touchdowns.
So I mean, like, a lot of these guys, they could go out there and like they could make a play. Like, Micah Parsons could 100% play X.
He could probably play any position, really, to be honest.
Literally, he could do anything. Like, I want to see Micah Parsons play wide receiver. I want to see that for the people. Let's make it interesting. If it's gonna be flag football, like, come on, guys, let's have some fun here.
Let's have some fun. Let's
really have some fun. And like, that's why I'm in favor of like these alumni games. Like, screw a Pro Bowl.
Well, no, technically,
Alabama versus LSU alumni football game. That'd be way more sick.
Technically speaking, so this is going up on Tuesday, so this will be the week of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you to post your Pro Bowl prop locks. It's gonna be electric.
That might be the bet of the century.
Half of the players in your prop locks like literally play 3 snaps. Like,
it's the locks are gonna be over under snap count.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm not a betting man ever, but you have to bet on flag football. You have to bet on flag football.
If you don't, are you really?
You have to. That's a once a year opportunity, and you can't pass it up this year. It's the first. What if it does so bad ratings wise that they never do it again? This is the only flag football game. NFL.
That also means that you have to watch it. That means you have to watch it. It might be so bad that you never get to see it again.
Where is this game? Is it in
Las Vegas? It should be in Hawaii, but
now,
they moved
it's
still
in
Las
Vegas. Now that's actually Vegas. That's achievable for me to go to. Just send a flag football game. Okay. it can't just be a flag football game. It's got to be like a shitty little skills challenge type.
No, they have skills. They have skills too. They have skills too. They have dodgeball and like all that stuff from like last year
That'd
too.
be so funny if I went to that. I mean,
You
God,
should
no.
take Sam.
I'm just not
And
21.
take Sam and
so
our
it wouldn't be,
take
wouldn't be
Sam and our
great.
unpaid intern. Take Sam
Oh,
and our
should I
unpaid
take our
intern.
unpaid intern?
Take our unpaid intern.
Oh, he would appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, he's gone radio silent. He's gone 0 dark 30 lately. So I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably why he'll remain unnamed. Probably why we won't give him any credit on
Unnamed
this podcast.
and unpaid.
Yep,
simultaneously.
We'll
Both.
definitely not pay. That was never.
He was I mean, it was never in the contract discussions. No.
I mean, we can't afford to pay him. We are choosing not to. Anyway, okay, college football. My top 10 college football quarterbacks of 2022. Over the next 2 weeks, there's gonna be starting the dead period. So I'll be starting my college football lists, top receivers. We'll get the easy ones out of the way first. Top receivers, top running backs. I'm considering, do I do like, no. I was going to say like position groups, but screw that.
Well, that's what you just said. Position groups like
no,
wide receiver.
I was going to say like top like D lines and O lines. I was like, screw that.
No, you have to do individuals.
I meant like team position groups, like screw that.
I mean, I guess you could for like the bigger ones, like for just D line and O line,
Yeah,
you could do that.
maybe,
I know Michigan's going to be your number one for O line at least, but
yeah. And then my firm number 2 offensive line,
the Tulane Green Wave.
My firm number 1 D line. We did
the Tulane Green Wave.
My firm number 1 wide receiver group, definitely
the Tulane Green Wave.
Okay, top 10 college football quarterbacks of 2022. Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, Drake May, Max Duggan, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, Sam Hartman, Stetson Bennett. The last 3 really, I'm not very sold on my last 3. I think the top 7, maybe some people would change. Oh, actually, okay. What the fuck am I saying? Definitely. I think this top 7 is nailed in. That order, okay. I know people are gonna.
That might be a review.
Bryce Young. Post. I don't know if people are saying up or down. I'm not gonna lie. People, yeah. I feel like.
What was he ranked right now? What do you have him ranked?
At 3, but I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea if people are gonna yell at me for too high
hold
or
on.
Too low.
Go through it one more time. Caleb Williams 1. Who's 2?
CJ.
Then Bryce 3.
The Georgia game also swayed my opinion a lot on CJ Stroud. Had that game not happened, who knows where I would have put CJ Stroud.
Yeah. Okay. 4 was
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon. 5 is Michael Penix.
If Hendon doesn't get hurt, I might have him at like 2.
I mean,
just want to throw that out there.
Okay, so that's your top 7. Let's get the last 3.
I said Bo Nix, Sam Hartman, Stetson Bennett.
I thought
yeah.
So it's Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, Michael Penix,
Drake May 5.
Drake May is at 5.
Max Duggan 6. Michael
okay.
Penix,
all right. I got it now. Okay.
Now, a majority of this leaned more towards talent, and I thought to myself, if X quarterback played for Georgia, how fucking good would that team be? And I know that's not like really a fair way of comparing it, but I don't give a fuck. It's my list. I'm gonna do it how I want, bitch.
So I got a question for you. Okay. What about Caleb Toon?
Caleb
Toon.
Toon.
T-U-N. Okay, so it doesn't even matter. He's Houston's quarterback. He's the one who had like the most touchdowns this year. Like he was like rating wise one of the better quarterbacks in college football this year. But I see as you do not reckon
Kentucky quarterback was like number 1 in everything. I'm not putting him on.
As you did not recognize his name. I now know why he wasn't on.
Sam
remotely considered.
Caleb. Sam who?
Caleb
who?
Toon.
Who?
Toon like a tuning.
Caleb who?
Who?
Caleb who? No fucking clue.
I got it. I don't give a fuck. He plays for Houston.
Yes, Fuck Houston, except Hawk. We love you, Hawk. Except Hawk.
Hawk, the winner of the Hawk Sideline Man Award. Congratulations.
Shout out once again. Shout out to our winner of the
No,
Hawk
but overall, like
trophy.
I really do love. I agree with that list for the most part. I would have taken at least an honorable mention Michael Pratt in there, but
in my opinion,
that's okay.
I do think the top, like, now I don't.
Can you add in there Spencer?
Sam Hartman, Stetson? I'm not like.
Can you add
those guys nailed in there in the back half? Like, I put Stetson in it because I was like, screw it, he won a natty. I don't even care. That had nothing to do with like being good. Just him being so swaggy, how he played. He just had to be on this list. He had to get on this list.
Also, he was also swaggy enough to get arrested for public intoxication yesterday. So, just gotta make sure that
morning, but yes, that it
was like
happen.
this morning.
We'll
yeah,
see.
It'll be 3 days ago by the time that this
real quick. Everett, you're the draft expert. Where Stetson Bennett drafted or not? If he does get drafted,
he'll be drafted. He will be drafted. People have him tagged in a mid-round pick right now. I've seen the highest he can go is the 3rd round, which is not impossible. There's been multiple analysts stating that
which round did Jake Fromm? Was he like 4 or 5?
6th, 5th, 6th?
Okay, if he was like 6th, then Stetson is 7.
But I people have said in multiple inside analysts, like 4 teams and like scouts have said that they have a 3rd round grade on him. Like some of them have said that.
I mean, that would be nuts. But
also, I just want to say, could we get could we get an honorable mention? 1 for Michael Pratt, but 2 for Spencer Rattler in the last 3 weeks of the season versus any top 25 team.
Now, last 3 weeks, Spencer Rattler, might be top 5 on this list. If we just looked at how these quarterbacks played in the last 3 weeks of the season, Caleb Williams is definitely not number 1, and Spencer Rattler.
No, he's still number 1. Caleb Williams still number 1. You saw what he did, like the yeah, I know the Utah game, but the other games, like the UCLA game.
I'm just talking last 3 games.
But it wasn't UCLA. Oh, I guess you count the bowl game, so it'd be Cotton Bowl.
I'm talking Notre Dame, which he was great.
Yeah, but you're talking Cotton Bowl championship game.
Then Cotton Bowl, and yeah, he was hurt, but I wouldn't put him 1.
He's still.
Hendon Hooker might be in there because his last 3 games were spectacular. So
Caleb Williams still kind of went off in the Cotton Bowl. I will give him that.
Caleb Williams very good. I actually will not be surprised when people are sitting there saying Bryce Young should be 1 over Caleb. I feel like we might get one of those.
Oh no, we will. It will be there. And there'll also be a never make a list again. Flame emoji, flame emoji, flame emoji.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the top 7 is pretty nailed in.
I can see. Yeah, I agree with that.
Caleb Stroud, Bryce Young, Hendon, Drake May, Duggan, Michael Penix.
Yes, I agree with that.
That top.
I think you also have to put Stetson at 8.
I'm not sold at my 8 through 10, even, to be honest.
I would put Stetson at 8. I would probably keep that. Sam Hartman probably 9.
Bo Nix 10.
Bo Nix 10. I guess Bo Nix. I'd probably put Bo Nix at 9, then Sam Hartman at 10. Bo Nix. My nickname for him is Bo Picks Nix, but he actually he really hasn't thrown that many picks this year. Just whenever it was like
toned it down, scaled it back.
I gotta give him a little bit more praise.
I'm very excited next year because a lot of these guys are coming back. Caleb is back. Drake May is back. Michael Penix is back. Bo Nix is back. Sam Hartman is the Notre Dame quarterback. Like, we got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, there is a lot.
But there's first college football list of the week. All right, time to get on to It could have been a much better ending to Championship Sunday if the refs didn't make it all about themselves. But
it could have been a much better Championship Sunday and to begin with if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt. But
okay. Before we get into the games, though, like halfway through the Niners game, just get news: Kellen Moore fired. Okay.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore fired.
Great
Cowboys.
Great news for Cowboy fans.
Skip Bayless went out on Twitter and said, "No, Kellen Moore scapegoated. It wasn't his fault." That's Skip's opinion. Skip also claimed that Cooper Rush would have easily beat the Eagles last week. So there's also that.
Hey, Hey, I
Hey,
mean,
we're all entitled to our own opinions. So
but look,
Skip
so
can't say
there's
what
a
he
moment
wants.
Cowboys fans saw that, started cheering, and then they saw the next tweet that said Mike McCarthy will be calling plays, and immediately
They were like, like
fuck.
literally, like no. Okay, so like,
then you also Chargers fans, by the way, saw Kellen Moore and they were like, oh, that's sick. And then the next week they saw Kellen Moore in contention for offensive coordinator position for the Chargers.
I know he just
fuck.
I know he just jumped like 4 names on like the list of who Staley would hire. So yeah.
He's probably sitting at like 2 right now.
I know. he's
also, how the
2.
fuck is Eric Bieniemy not in contention for the Chargers OC position right now?
He's not gonna go to the Chargers.
I guess he is in the AFC West, so it's kind of hard to poach him.
I saw someone comment, where the fuck is Eric Bieniemy on my Chargers OC? And I'm like, why the fuck would Eric Bieniemy go from being the Chiefs offensive coordinator with Patrick Mahomes to the Chargers and a dysfunctional fuck?
Well, you know the whole reason. So he
has like issues with the Chiefs and beef and shit, but he's not going to go to the Chargers.
Eric Bieniemy in general
makes no sense.
Is like most likely not going to be on the Chiefs staff next year. He's going to be an OC for another team, and I don't really think he kind of cares what team, but like I really don't think that it's that big of a deal because the whole point is he wants to be a head coach. And the reason why he's leaving is because he wants to show that he can be an offensive coordinator for teams that do not have stacked rosters like the Chiefs or Patrick Mahomes. So if you go to another team, Chargers being one of them,
well, I mean,
you
Chargers,
can coach.
We're a fuck face. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll take anyone over Joe Lombardi. Fuck it. We'll take the enemy. We'll take it. But with that being said,
hey, don't be careful what you wish for. You might get Mike Patricia. So not Patricia.
Stop. The fuck, dude? The hell?
You just said anybody. You said anybody.
Okay, that's evil. All right, and you know it.
I do know it.
That's like hiring Ed Donatel as OC. Like evil.
Well, technically speaking, his offense can't really be much shittier than his defense. So it's, I mean.
Yeah, but Mike McCarthy will be calling plays. Chargers interested in Kellen Moore as OC. What the fuck? I mean, what a span of 5 minutes. Like immediately afterwards, I just get a tweet from like one of the Chargers beat writers, just like, the Chargers are interested in Kellen Moore for their vacant offensive coordinator position. I'm just like, God damn it. It's starting already, isn't it? You know, just the fucking pain and suffering, Everett. Just end it already. Let's just already move on to 2024. Let's just already move on to the season after next year. All right. Let's just already move on.
Let's just get past. Let's just not even think about it. Let's
just already move on to next
fuck
season.
It.
All right. Don't even want to see that shit happen. But okay.
Hey, but also you guys might still be in Sean Payton contention.
No,
it might still be a possibility.
Sean Payton contention 2 years from now. So let's just get there.
I mean, shit. He's not. I don't think he's even under contract. Then I think that he will have less. It's either he will only have 1 year left on his contract, so he'll be worth less.
Let me look up my grand scheme master plan.
Your grand master plan. This is really, you're letting Brandon Staley have 1 more year to fuck everything up before, like, just knowing that he's going to get fired anyways. And then you're going to get Sean Payton for cheaper.
Expires after the 24 season.
So 2 years, but that'll give you 1 year left on his contract, which means you probably won't have to trade a first round to get him. Because his deal will be less.
Potentially. We'll see all that all works out. We'll look into that. We'll look into that. But yeah, okay. First game, 49ers, Eagles, Everett. Yeah, this game sucked. This game
the most
awful.
Fucking cupcake path to the Super Bowl humanly possible.
All right, talk that talk, Everett.
Get a bye week. They get a bye week, even though they technically should not have. They also should have lost games, but they still got it. It's all good to them. They still got the bye week. You have the bye week. You don't play that week.
Wait, how should they have knock on the bye week? Wait,
I think there was a couple games that they should have lost. They like got bailed out like on a game or two by the refs. Like that's I've just seen the fraudulent bye week talk all over Twitter.
Okay.
So Got the bye week? Okay, so you don't play that week. All right, they don't have to play that week. Also had a fucking pancake ass schedule this year, so that kind of helps getting a bye week. Have the bye week. Next week, you play the Giants in fucking Philadelphia, who obviously were dog shit because they played against the 31st worst defense in the fucking NFL. Like, they're going to look great. And obviously, they're not going to play that way against the fucking Eagles defense, who's one of the best in the NFL. So, pretty fucking easy there. Okay. I mean, they're the fucking 6th seed, right? The 5th, 6th seed, something like that. So I mean that's obviously a fucking win. They're also interdivision. You've seen them before multiple times. You kind of know how the fuck they're gonna play with no other playoff experience. Okay. Now you go to the final game. You're playing in still at home. You're playing the 49ers. 49ers on paper, best defense in the NFL, match up perfectly. Offense has been cooking. First fucking drive of the game is 5 minutes.
Okay, Everett.
You knock their 3rd string quarterback out of the game with UCL injury. Can't come back. Then you knock their dog shit 4th string out of the game, who, by the way, is very obvious that he should be a 4th string, if even that quarterback in the NFL.
Painful.
It was so bad to watch
atrocious.
That. Give me fucking Josh Rosen over Josh Johnson, dude. Seriously.
Straight up, like that dude might not be
a
top 100 quarterback. He might not be a top 100 quarterback on the planet. Like, dude, straight up.
Give me fucking Chad Kanoff right now. Give me Chad Kanoff. Fucking start Chad.
I'm saying they're at least, like, okay, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, Drake May. Would you rather have them in that situation?
All of them. Give me fucking Mitch Trubisky.
No, of course. Give me Mitch. No, of course. Like, we would take Nick Foles right there in that situation. Like,
Nick Foles would probably march down that fucking field
there's multiple quarterbacks that we take. You know,
give me Case Keenum.
Like, let's get Gardner Minshew, the Niners would be begging on their knees for Gardner Minshew in that situation.
Also goes to show, obviously, if Trey Lance was healthy, if Jimmy Garoppolo was healthy this game, by the way, if he was activated for this game, pretty sure the 49ers are in the fucking Super Bowl right now. So,
that is one way we could look at it. Yes.
But regardless, like, look, you knock out their 3rd string quarterback with a UCL injury, can't come back, and he's probably the reason why the offense was cooking. So they can't really throw. 4th string quarterback can't throw to begin with. You knock him out of the game again, so now they can't throw at all. So for essentially 3 quarters, the full half, they can only run the ball. Now, fucking Josh Johnson has no hands either. Clearly, I don't know what the fuck he's doing in the league because he can't take a snap straight to his fucking hands. So they fumble and Eagles go up 2 scores, which is the seal on the game. But I saw somebody. There was an announcer on the pre-show, I think, for the Chiefs Bengals game, who's like, yeah, like the Eagles defense showing why they're so dominant. Like, they're the reason why the Eagles won that game. Bro, if I could have fucking trotted out a varsity football team out there, and they probably could have stopped that offense from moving because all they did was run. To be
honest, like, I think first things first, they couldn't throw the ball more than 4 yards downfield. If they try to pass that was longer than 5 yards, Everett, literally 5 yards or longer, I think it was a guaranteed incompletion.
Like, literally,
let me try. How many 3rd and longs that they ran tosses on? I was like, oh my god!
You can't. I was thinking there might have been a little bit of hope when the 49ers tied up the game 7-7. Okay, I thought the defense would be able to lock in.
Now that was atrocious.
Also, just want to throw out there too. By the way, Eagles player pile drives another 49er into Nick Bosa's ACL. And Fred Warner got hurt on like the first drive of the game. So
it was doomed from the get-go.
I mean,
other than me, I've never seen a team get screwed over by injuries harder, like in a single game ever, other than me. With JSN, Marvin Harrison, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, JC Jackson. The list goes on, Everett. It's painful.
It goes
Everett.
on.
It is
on
awful.
And on.
You know, Justin Herbert had surgery today on a torn left shoulder. I didn't even know he had I didn't even know he tore his left shoulder. What the fuck? He got surgery today. I was literally, I read that. I was like, huh, Wow. That
Fuck.
is as Chargers as it gets. I had no fucking
Oh.
clue that his left shoulder was hurt. I had no idea. I mean, it
God
makes
damn.
sense. He wore one of those weird ass fucking tape things on his shoulder that like you see NBA players wearing now. I was like, huh,
The
that's
KT
interesting. He
tape?
started wearing that. I have no idea what it's called, but like that
It's
weird,
KT tape.
that tape thing. He started wearing it like with a week or two left in the season. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Well, now I know he was playing with a torn shoulder.
Look, I will say, I mean, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, right? They won their way there. I guess they deserve to be there. So they're the better team. However, if both teams are healthy, I think the 49ers would probably beat their ass. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Lance was quarterback.
No, they would lose. If Brock Purdy was healthy, I still think that they probably would have won.
Okay. But you're telling me if God turned injuries off and any of those three quarterbacks could have played quarterback for the Niners.
I mean, I think that if both teams were,
do you think? I mean, I'm
well, also the
Eagles
didn't have the Eagles didn't have any injured players, did they? I don't think they did.
Everyone's healthy. Well, everyone is at least
also
on the field.
props
up and Lane John
props to the fucking strength staff. Props to the strength staff for the Eagles, though.
Actually,
they did a fucking great job.
Unlike my fucking strength staff.
You guys are bums.
Bro,
fucking puncturing lungs and shit.
The LA medical staff is actually so bad. And you would think like for quote unquote UCLA having like one of the best medical practices in the world. How come LA players, how come Disney's always hurt? Okay. How come Walker Buehler and Clayton get hurt 4 times a year? Huh? All right. What's up? What's up with that UCLA health? Huh? I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna call him out.
All right, but I mean, talking about this game, there really is not much to talk about. Like it, I mean, there's nothing to talk about.
The most boring.
It's a terrible game. The moment that Brock Purdy got hurt, I mean, everybody knew that the game was over.
When they were running tosses on 3rd and 8, it was like, okay, we are all right. When is the next game starting? Like literally,
probably one of the worst conference championship games I've ever watched, and I watched the entire 38-7 Vikings loss to the Eagles 5 years ago.
Dude, this was less entertaining.
At least I had some hope that game that somehow we turned some shit around, even though I knew after the first 3 scores that the game was over.
Right before we get to the other game, it just sunk in for me that my 49ers Bengals Super Bowl prediction went 0 for 2, Everett.
Yeah, the 60% boys on the regular season.
Oh, we did not perform in the postseason.
Not remotely close in the postseason.
Perform in the postseason. But I'm gonna get right in the Super Bowl. I have picked the last 2 Super Bowls. I'm gonna get it right in the Super Bowl. But okay,
you hear that? That's great. No, hold on. State that because that can be a good, nice little short clip right there.
Okay. I'm 2-0 my last 2 Super Bowls. I picked Tom Brady. Okay. I picked Joe Burrow to cover.
To cover. Let's be clear there. To cover.
To cover. I picked Joe Burrow to cover. Okay. That was the bet I made. And this year, I have not locked it in, but we are going Chiefs.
Okay.
As of right now, we're going Chiefs.
As of right now.
It's not locked in, but Chiefs. I don't even know the spread.
So let's go over this game that just ended. By the way, we're recording this right after the Chiefs Bengals game, and then I have a stat line which I said last week, but I'm going to reiterate in a little bit of a clearer fashion for us, for the viewers, for TikTok. And
yeah. Thank you.
So I have a very particular mindset when it comes to NFL referees. I was not a big fan of the refereeing
NFL
this game.
Only, no college, no qualms with.
Oh, no, I have qualms with college referees, but I can't really make any statements on that issue. So I have reasons why I can't. But
legal purposes.
I do. It is legal. It is legal issues. But football refs in general are fucking terrible. NFL refs this year have been absolutely dog shit year in, year out. Like the full the whole season.
Like all leagues.
Across every league. It's been fucking terrible.
MLB umps were god awful. I mean, NBA.
I think Angel Hernandez.
We're about to start heating up on NBA refs being awful.
I think Angel fucking Hernandez had to have given a class this year on refereeing and umping. Like he had to have given like
an annual. They should make him do like a weekly eyesight test.
it's for the.
Like impractical, but it
the weigh-ins.
So like
the weigh-ins for
to him.
Like the weigh-ins for UFC, how they're like televised and it's like a whole like thing.
Yeah,
they do the whole stage setup, but with just Angel Hernandez
2020
and eyesight. Just get actually the issue is
that
if you got
that would get more eyes on the sport.
It would, but also the issue is if you got like UCLA Health in there or something like that, they're gonna say he's got 20/20 eyesight, even if it's
they're gonna say he's got 2015 eyesight. They're gonna say it's better than perfect. So we're not going to deal with that shit. Okay.
But yeah, so we both know I'm very unhappy with the fucking reffing in the NFL, and I know that there's going to be nothing that happens to it after this season. It's been complete dog shit. You think in the playoffs it'd be a bit better, especially since they have like auto review that they can do and overturn plays, kind of like tic-tac plays like that, like the Devontae Smith drop that was looked like the fucking one of the catches of the century, but it was a drop. That should have been overturned automatically. Like there's a lot of plays like that. Not to mention, the Vikings having their own issues this year. One of the refs playing defense for the Commanders, giving the Commanders a touchdown, then ruling Gabe Davis as a completed catch. They ruled Gabe Davis as a completed catch, even though the ball was on the ground. There's a lot of things, and I'm not very happy about them. But I know that you
seasons when the ref played safety.
That makes it for one of us. But I know you also have some opinions, especially after
Waterboy top 5 plays of the year.
We should do that after the Super Bowl.
I literally just thought about that.
I'll write it down. I'm gonna write it.
5 plays of the year.
I'm gonna write it down. But you have
unforgettable plays of the year that we will never forget.
Never forget. But I know you had a very specific opinion before we started the podcast on how the refereeing went for this game today between the Bengals and the Chiefs.
Yeah, so Bengals and Chiefs, NFL is rigged. There's no other way to put it. Before the games, it was actually guaranteed that Mahomes was going to make the Super Bowl Everett. The game will be played at the State Farm Stadium. So, I mean, no fucking surprise there. Mahomes in the Super Bowl, all those State Farm ads, really shitty. I mean, Chris Paul, those were the best athlete State Farm ads. But Chris Paul, I think he's involved with like Kim Kardashian now. So he doesn't have time for State Farm ads. All right. That's all Mahomes. Okay. So we knew Mahomes was going to be in this no matter what. But down the stretch, my God, like end of the game.
I'm not going to lie. Sorry. I'm going to come in here real quick.
Awful.
I didn't even realize that Arizona Stadium was State Farm Arena.
Me neither. I had zero idea. They named it that for the Super Bowl. I kind of thought that
might be a good clip. That's a conspiracy theory right there.
I
didn't fucking know that.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, Everett. I had my tabs checked in on that one. Like an idiot though, I still picked the Bengals to win. But even before 58's shenanigans or whatchamacallit or
dumbassery.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, dumbassery.
There's many terms you could use to describe his end of the play. Heroics for Kansas City. It literally
they probably will be donating to
Ford jumping offside and sending Brady to the Super Bowl. It was fucking Joseph. How do you pronounce his last name, Everett?
Osai.
Joseph Osai doing some dumb shit and sending Mahomes to the Super Bowl. All right. It was, hey, D Ford. Don't worry about it, man. We'll forget about it. Don't worry about it, man. Forget about it. Don't worry about it, man. It's in the past. But yeah, it was bad down the stretch. And this is going back to week 2. Okay. I'm not saying my Bolts should have beat the Chiefs in week 2, but we should have beat them in week 2 and the refs gave them the game. It was early in that game. We were up by double digits to start that game, and it's a 3rd and long, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling trips over a Chargers defender, and they called it pass interference. And then the Chargers get
my favorite thing was this game,
and it was
this game. By the way, the 5-minute stretch where it was 3rd and 9, didn't convert. Refs gave them another 3rd down because they said the play was called dead when it was not. Still didn't convert, but don't worry, there's a flag down the field so that the Chiefs get. I mean, it was pretty blatant holding. I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking toast boy,
no,
but
yes, but still, like
that shouldn't have even happened.
Those are things where it's like you don't even call.
Also, there was
that shit even happened. Dude,
there was also a pass interference. It was like 2 minutes left too. By the way, like pass interference called against the Bengals. Mike Hilton he's reaching over, playing the ball to block the ball and like pass it down. Has his hand on fucking the player's back, which is on 95% of every other time I've seen it happen. It's completely fine. Unless it's the Vikings, in which case it's an issue. But every other time I've seen it, it's been completely fine. But the one time it matters to get the
targeting ejection.
If the Vikings do that, they might as well be executed 2 hours later. Like, I mean, shit. You know we wouldn't fucking clutch up in the gulag either, so it doesn't matter because we do not have that fucking dog in us. It does not exist.
Shots at your own franchise. Remember that. You're the one who took shots at yourself.
I'm taking shots at our defense for this year. I'm not taking shots at anybody else.
Okay, fair enough.
And I've been taking shots at the defense for weeks now. It's not a new one. We all know that shit needs to get fixed.
That is true. That is true. No, yeah, but god awful performance. But
fucking terrible. Like it really pisses me off that refs power trip. And I know that we have to have refs. I know you can't just like have everything be AI, but also like there's a reason why like New York exists, why they review things. Like you should be able to call down and be like, hey, like that's not really like a good call there. Like that's not an accurate call. Like you're gonna have to take it back.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like at this point, there's got to be like some dude sitting in the booth doing like TV reviews, and that's like his full-time thing. And he's like literally calling down. Like I don't know.
Like also like that there is a person that does that, but they just like do not fucking do a job.
They have just do their job. Zero influence on any penalty calls.
No, like literally, they just do not give a fuck. Or they probably called down and are like, hey, like that's a bullshit call.
That was atrocious.
They're probably like, they're probably like, what the fuck was that? Like that was so blatantly not the case. And the head ref's probably like, he's like, shut the fuck up. Nah, fuck you. This like that's what it was.
I mean,
shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fuck.
I mean, this league, man. This league. They do things that they probably shouldn't be doing. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay.
I cannot wait for the Chiefs to demo the Eagles in the Super Bowl. That'll be the highlight of my week.
It would, you know, I'm not saying it'll be a demo, but I'm going to go with the side of the refs. I'm going to go with the side of the refs. I'm going to go with that.
Well, the refs were pretty favorable to the Eagles too, though. That's the thing. Because I think there was on every single snap for the fucking 49ers on defense, they like breathed on a player wrong. Flag.
Very true.
False start. Like Lane Johnson had like 3 steps backwards by the time that the fucking ball was snapped. For everybody fucking saying, why the fuck is Lane Johnson not at like 2 or 3 on my tackles list? It's because he's 4 fucking steps backwards by the time the ball gets snapped. So it doesn't matter because he's gonna be able to win anyways when you have that much fucking leverage. Like, come on. It's the same thing with Bakhtiari. Fucking Bakhtiari holds every single time that he's blocking somebody. That's why he's not on my list.
Well, there's
I am biased. I am also very biased.
Supposed to hold every play, but you know what? That's okay. Everyone has their biases. We don't have
that one is like blatant holding. But yeah, I mean, like, truth be told, I hope it's gonna be a good game for the Super Bowl. I'm not the biggest fan of the Eagles by any stretch.
Yeah, I hate the Chiefs. You hate the Eagles. This is our nightmare scenario Super Bowl.
No, the nightmare scenario would be Chiefs Packers, but I mean the Eagles are a very, very close second.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say 3 times as much, but I'm not sure I'd say that much. But you hate the Eagles more than the Lions or Bears.
Oh yeah, no, I love the Lions. The Bears, they're just a really annoying fan base. But like the Lions are like the little brother that like you pick on a little bit, but like you're actually like really close with, like you're kind of boys. Yeah, that's the Lions.
But
I cheer for
you
as
like
long
to
as
go
we
out
don't
to
play
dinner
them.
with them a couple
You
times.
know, you might take like get a couple
throw some
drinks.
pigskin in the backyard.
Yeah, we're they're like our little brother. Like the thing is like as long as they're not playing us, I wish them the best luck.
Okay.
I hope they do well.
Okay.
I hope you don't get first place, but second place in the NFC North is just as good.
I'm not
still
sure.
Make the playoffs.
I'm not sure if I have a relationship with any specific team like that other than just like former Ohio State players in the league.
But also like nobody you can't
That's
not like the Lions. That's the thing. You can't not like them.
There are certain teams that we all like. The Bills, for example. We all love the Bills.
We all love the Bills. The Bengals.
We all love Joe Burrow.
We all love Joe Burrow.
We all love Oh, okay. So, damn. I was getting ready for the takes that if Joe Burrow was in the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, and then continue to be really cocky, would people start to get annoyed because he's super cocky and he just hasn't won shit? He just gets Super Bowl and loses? Or is he still so young and so young in his
I just think that
I just think
that he gets a pass because he's been in the Super Bowl and he's in year 3 right now. He's almost been in the Super Bowl twice in 3 seasons. And by the way, the first season he tore his ACL, didn't play
and
most of it.
Dumpster fire team. The Bengals were awful when they
fucking terrible.
When they drafted Joe Burrow that first season, like I think Burrow went like 3-9 as a starter. The fact that he had a 25% win percentage as a starter is
people forget that even last year they really didn't do much besides get Jamar Chase, and they went to the chip.
They got Jamar Chase. They got like Trey Hendrickson. Like Hubbard became more of a beast. Like it just everything came together. They signed Eli Apple.
That's the key piece.
Secondary.
That's the key piece.
A key piece, Everett.
I
found it now. That was the difference. It was Eli Apple.
That was it. That was the difference. All right, let me get my little take that I got here. For this is for all you Eagles fans, I guess.
Yeah,
and unfortunately,
Eagle fans.
Unfortunately, I do have to give you guys this moral victory, at least on paper.
Don't do it, Everett. Don't give him any victory.
At least on paper. All right. So. All right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Vikings have lost to the eventual Super Bowl. Sorry, let me restart that. The Vikings have lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner every year over the last 5 seasons. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year, they'll make it 6 years in a row that the Vikings have lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner. The Vikings lost to the Eagles in 2017, the Patriots in 2018, the Chiefs in 2019, the Bucs in 2020, and the Rams in 2021. They lost to the Eagles this year in week 2. They'll make it 6 years in a row if the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year. You think that's good enough, or you want me to do it again?
No, that's perfect. I thought for a second I might be able to edit in if you could just say the team names and then I could put like Eagles in and then I can type in like the year and stuff. But I think
you can just cut it. You can just cut it without the year.
I can cut it too without the year. It's fine.
Yeah, the Vikings have lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner every year for the last.
Maybe it'll be better if I just have the name though, and it'll be quicker. We'll see though. We'll see.
The Vikings have lost. The Vikings have lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner every year for the last 5 years. If the Eagles win this year, it'll be 6 years in a row.
Regular season or postseason, right?
I was trying to make it shorter and cleaner for you, but all right.
No. I mean,
I think it doesn't matter.
I already got it.
Okay.
But
no, I think it's. I mean, it is all regular season and playoffs from that. If the 49ers went this year and won, then it would include the preseason. But the Eagles are there, so the Eagles are there. So I mean, technically speaking, the Vikings have a tendency to be on the wrong side of records, and that is one of them. So I mean, you're betting that or you're betting the refs. So I don't really know.
You're going against history right now. You're going against fate if you pick the Chiefs. But
which is Grant's pick, by the way.
This is the thing. If the Eagles win this Super Bowl, I win emotionally. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs and I'm going to create a win-win. I'm going to hedge. It's an emotional
You're hedging the
hedge.
bets.
I'm going to
Hedging
have
the
some
bets.
type of win. I'm going to have some type of win after the Super Bowl, Everett. I'm going to have some type of win. And I also promised to myself after 2020, the last year that I incorrectly predicted the Super Bowl, I promised myself after that year, I will never bet against Mahomes in the Super Bowl again. And then the year after I did, and then it worked.
You know what? Like, just thinking about it, I almost want the Eagles to win, not because I support them, but because I want to be like, yeah, we've gotten hosed 6 years in a row. Like, we've had to play the Super Bowl winner every single year for the last 6 years.
No, you could have some type of, I mean, also for clip wise and clip takes, like you are rooting for the Eagles just for that clip. Just looking
just for
at
that
potential clip.
Just for that, yeah.
If the ounce of you that only cares about that clip, that ounce of you is rooting for the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah. The Waterboy Podcast LLC is rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah, our higher ups are rooting for the Eagles.
Our manager, our producers are really, really rooting for them.
Yeah, I mean our shithead intern, he's rooting for the Eagles too. That piece of shit.
Fuck you. God damn it.
Yeah. We're gonna have a word with him after this.
Yeah, he's getting pulled out back.
Kelsey Bowl in the Super Bowl. It'll be played in State Farm. Real quick. So that Arizona Stadium is god awful. Okay, it is a grass indoor stadium, and they have the grass outdoors. They it like
roll it in,
and they roll it in, and it's wet and shit. When they roll it in like the morning of, and it's still wet and shit, and the players are just slipping all over the place.
How do you know that?
Ohio State going back. Well, first things first, my brother. It's 2007. Ohio State played Florida. It was in Arizona at that stadium. They rolled in.
That stadium's that old? There's no way they still do that now.
They rolled it in. They rolled in the fucking grass. And it was awful. Also, side note, the Ohio State players, because In-N-Out, I'm pretty sure was recently like moved to Arizona at the time or was in Arizona at the time. Ohio State was just fat showing up to that game, and their players were just visibly overweight and out of shape.
They were pounding the In-N-Out for fucking days.
My dad literally to this day jokes about it, like the 07 Natty, yeah, our boys ate a little too much In-N-Out for that one. I mean, we're going up against Urban Meyer, Florida, with like Percy Harvin. Tim Tebow was a freshman. He wasn't even playing in that game. It was Chris Leak, Florida. Chris Leak, Florida, and they were like Carlos Dunlap defense. Like they were destroying Ohio State. But anyway, that's not the point. It goes all the way back to that. But 2019, Ohio State, Clemson. Oh my God, the Ohio State players literally could not run. Like every time they had to break down and cut, just trip, slip. It was like, and after the game, the players, like at halftime, they were all like trying to switch cleats to like grass cleats because they had like turf cleats.
Yeah, something the Vikings learned this year, by the way, is fucking put on the right pair of cleats for your environment.
No, yeah, like
because we got hosed. They had
the wrong cleats in, and I guess like I'm be honest, I have no fucking.
We got hosed in Lambeau.
They had like the wrong cleats and wrong fucking spikes or whatever, and like they had to like switch and shit. But I mean, at that time, it was too little, too late.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne, Jordan Fuller looked like a dummy on a play. So
okay, so that's just something to watch. I'm not surprised. There's always something wrong with the Super Bowl.
If a team needs to play with speed, I mean, might slow them down. Hey.
Sounds like the Eagles.
AJ Brown might be slowed down a little bit. Son Reddick
might not
be as fast off the edge. All I'm saying. Something to look out for when they're fucking tripping and eating shit all the time. I mean, it's literally the worst venue to play this game. Like I know the players are all about grass, and I'm all about grass too, but I'm not sure how great that grass is. If it's like on top of like a concrete surface being rolled in, I'm not sure how great that. I don't know.
Not ideal. It probably doesn't feel too great to get tackled onto that.
I don't know how great it is.
Well, Kyler Murray tore his ACL on that grass, by the way. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean the place sucks. Like it actually awful. So It's not. They're not gonna have a good time.
Not gonna have a good time, man.
Not gonna have a good time on that field. No, they're not. They're not gonna have a good time.
No,
Mr. Garrison or Mr. Mackey.
Okay, I'm gonna give my power rankings, my updated fuck
Yes,
my life
please.
power rankings. But
my updated fuck my life power rankings. Yeah, but updated power rankings. I guess this will be your second to last power rankings of the year, Everett.
Yeah,
unless you're gonna post a Pro Bowl update,
a Pro Bowl power rankings.
Update. The flag football Pro Bowl will really shake up everything in that. So
yeah, okay,
makes sense.
Here we go. Updated power rankings after the conference championship. Chiefs, fuck my life. Eagles, Bengals, 49ers.
Fun for me to edit. That's not gonna be fun. Read.
Chiefs, Eagles, Bengals, 49ers, Bills, Cowboys, Jaguars, Giants, Vikings, Dolphins.
Okay.
Top 10 after the conference championship.
Okay, that's fun. That's fun.
Don't worry, there's still going to be somebody because I put the Eagles at 2. I just refuse to put them at number 1. So there's going to be somebody to be like, why the fuck are they not at 1? You know why they're not at 1? Because they just beat the shit out of a team that didn't have any quarterbacks playing.
Yeah, understandable. I get it. It makes sense.
So, I mean, some people it doesn't make sense, but that is the power rankings. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, they're not even going to be in the top 10. They'll be 11. So,
no. They're going to be honorable mention. Eagles in parentheses Super Bowl
winner. But no, if the Eagles win, they'll probably be 1.
Probably.
Okay. Probably. That's not a given, though. That's not a given. That's not a given. Okay,
if the Chiefs win, though, then they will be number 1.
Oh, yeah. The Eagles won't be in the top 10 if the Chiefs win, though. That's the other.
Wait. Okay, actually, last thing. That we forgot to mention before. Brock Purdy. Okay, is he still guaranteed the starter next year?
I think that. So I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed to be the starter. What it sounds like. Jimmy Garoppolo is a free agent. He's gone. Trey Lance will be back. He's on a rookie contract. Could get traded for some value, probably about a 3rd-round pick is from what it sounded like. Trey Lance will be about equated at is about a 3rd-round pick, which doesn't say much for Zach Wilson, by the way.
What?
I mean, at least Trey Lance hasn't. Trey Lance
evaluating Zach Wilson.
Trey Lance has
what does the Jerry Jones trade chart say about Zach Wilson?
Trey Lance has played 2-3 games. He's gotten hurt, so he's got health issues. But
he's played 18 snaps.
He's looked okay in that. Zach Wilson's played multiple. He's played multiple games over 2 seasons, and he's looked like dog shit. So he's not going to be valued any higher than a 3rd-round pick.
It was
he's
also going to be awful when recently someone asked how are you going to feel when someone comes in the Jets sign on. He's going to be I'm gonna feel awful for that quarterback when I take his job or something. I'm like, God, damn, dude, that is not.
He's gonna be gone. The Jets already said they're trying to get a veteran quarterback in there. So I mean, I'm thinking. I honestly
back to the Jets.
I honestly think that he's gonna be a 6th-round pick. I honestly think that's what his value's at. A 6, maybe a conditional pick because he hasn't played great. You're taking on a literal fucking cancer, and. It's fucking terrible, dude. It's bad.
He's not a good person.
He's just not a good guy. You're just not going to have a fun time.
If he's on your team, you're not going to have a good time.
You're not going to have a good time, man.
You're not going to have a good time. Yeah, I'm not great at that voice, but yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Brock Purdy probably will start. The issue now is because they're doing an MRI tomorrow on his elbows for a UCL injury, which, by the way, same injury as Tommy John's. So they're hoping that it's just going to be some rehab, just have to fix it and not require surgery because if it requires surgery, if it requires Tommy John's or something like that, he could be out for a very extended period of time, in which case they would have to probably sign a backup quarterback and they'd probably start Trey Lance next year, which would suck for Purdy.
And then even if that's the case,
fuck it, Tom Brady might be coming to town. I don't really know. If Brock Purdy's out for next season, Tom Brady might be coming to town.
Yeah, just to think, there was a period of time when the Niners were rolling out like C.J. Beathard at quarterback, like
The
not
legend.
that long ago. Like,
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. What? C.J. Beathard beat Aaron Rodgers. Right, that was the clip. That's what. Twice. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Southern Miss quarterback for the Vikings fruition did not come true, losing terribly in the conference championship, but
damn it.
It's all right.
Damn it.
Forgot about that. Still lost in heartbreaking fashion in the wild card round.
Dodgers, so you know what? Did not lose to the eventual World Series champion. Did not win the World Series. Damn. That did not.
I guess that means don't bet the Eagles because every time there's been a record this year, it's been broken. So go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Everett. Shit, now you might have caught the real trend.
I might have fucking caught it, dude. I'm not going to lie. We might have just caught it.
The Water Boys are 0-2 this year in trends that they have called out and pointed out.
So we've snapped streaks.
Yeah.
We've called out the streaks and we snapped them. We're streak snappers.
Hey, streaks are meant to be broken, Everett. I'm pretty sure that's what the kids say.
Yeah, that is what the kid, me, i.e. me, says. I'm calling myself the kid now. But
I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. All right. I don't know if you have something else that you were talking about that you wanted to go over, but I do have my long-awaited for Lions offseason wish list.
No, we get to the Lions offseason. That was the last thing that I want to bring up about the games that I forgot to bring up. Brock Purdy.
Okay.
And his
Brock Purdy. So
Brock and roll all night and Purdy every day.
Baby. Brock and roll all night, baby. All right. So I'm hoping that the numbers work out on this. I haven't done the full math, but I do have the spreadsheets open over here.
That's quite an opening statement.
Yeah, I know.
We have not entirely checked the cap space, but fuck it. Let's get into it.
Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. All right, so the Lions have $14 million in cap space.
First, build a statue of Dan Campbell in the city of Detroit.
Build a statue of Dan Campbell in the city of Detroit, but he has to be eating a fucking kneecap.
True.
He has to have a kneecap. Forgot that part. That was an important part. So the Lions have $14 million in available cap space, is what it seems right now. So there has to be a lot of restructures going on, and hopefully they can get players to re-sign for a little bit less. I don't really know if that's going to happen, but I'm still going to include everything that I hope that they can do. I don't really know how much these restructures are going to go for, or if these players will even restructure. So keep that all in mind. But it's looking like, I mean, they should be able to get a sizable amount of restructures, at least maybe $20-ish million in restructure money. So they should essentially have like $34-ish million in cap space available once everything is said and done with those restructures. Okay. They also have, I believe, like the 6th pick in the NFL draft. And then they also have like the 18th pick in the NFL draft. So they have the ability to trade around and get some equity and get some players to fill in positions that I do not include here. So this is the Lions offseason wish list. Restructure Jared Goff, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, and Michael Brockers. Sign O.J. Howard, Kaiser White, Anthony Walker Jr., Jabril Peppers, and Armand Watts. And re-sign DJ Shark, Dan Skipper, Alex Anzalone, Amari Owarie, and Mike Hughes. I think it's Alex Anzalone. So use that one. For re-sign Alex Anzalone. Re-sign Alex Anzalone. There you go. But like the big thing is they have $123 million of their caps of their total cap space, basically $124 million put into their offense. Their offense was pretty good this year. I'll give them that. But if they restructure Jared Goff, they can get about $12 million in cap space reopened for Jared Goff. And I would say that's pretty good considering Jared Goff.
Yeah,
I mean, you could probably get that.
Is Detroit made and Detroit built.
He will want to be there. He'll be their guy. But I also think, I mean, an extension or a restructure either way, like, is kind of necessary. Jared Goff is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's not a maybe
No,
you could put him in a top 15.
But we had this conversation preseason. The Lions, well, now TJ Hawk is gone, maybe not, but their weapons are devious.
They are,
they're
no, and I mean,
devious.
their wide receiver core, by the way, going into next year, it's gonna be great. Jameson Williams is gonna play more than 2 snaps this season.
Should be fully healthy. I'm not even sure if when he came back he was ready to go, to be honest.
I mean, the first fucking catch he ever had was versus the Vikings. It was for a touchdown.
But in theory, he tore his ACL like 370 days ago.
No, I mean, more time probably would be nice.
Like,
but their weapons are going to be great. I think they needed to get a tight end in there though, because their tight ends are pretty dog shit now without TJ Hawkinson. So I think OJ Howard does a pretty good job. He's on the Texans right now. They might want to re-sign him, but OJ Howard might be more willing to go somewhere else. That's kind of more in through the rebuilding process. Kaiser White, familiar name, a former Charger of yours in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Anthony Walker playing for the Eagles. Yeah. Anthony Walker Jr., Browns inside linebacker. I had him going to the Bears as well, but I think he could be used for the Lions. Their inside linebackers are dog shit. Alex Anzalone is an inside linebacker, but re-signing him more for depth. Jabril Peppers, put him at free safety. They have a Melifonwu back there, a Fetty Melifonwu. Not great. So hopefully Jabril Peppers can shore up that secondary, and then Armand and Watts are getting a little bit more depth for the defensive tackles because they weren't great. But also I'm hoping that like Pascal. What's his name? Is it Zach Pascal? Josh Pascal. Josh Pascal. Okay. I think he's Kentucky. He's from Kentucky. I think he's a pretty young player, so I'm hoping that he'll develop a little bit. But so just getting cap space, they can probably sign a couple more players, but you also have those top draft picks. You can probably get a great offensive player, maybe another corner or something to shore up that defense, and I'll do a bit more scouting and film review and studying come the offseason for our draft recap and preparations. But that's what I have for the Lions.
Okay. I'm a fan of that. I think Lions are in a. Well, I mean, they're in your top 10 power rankings. But
well, they were. Now it's the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, man, we had some big movers last week.
I know, up and down.
Played a hell of a game last week,
dude. That bye week.
Dolphins played a hell of a game last week, but yeah, we've had some movers. We've had some movers in and out of the top 10. I thought
that I should give a little bit of recognition, you know.
No, I think it's
that number 10 spot.
Like if anyone's paying close attention, they're like,
what
how
the fuck
did the Dolphins get in?
It's like they've been watching the power rankings since like week 7, and they realized for like the last 3 weeks it's been like the Lions. This week it's the Dolphins. They're like, the fuck happened?
What the hell? Like who's making these lists? No, but seriously though, yeah, you guys got some choice to make here. You either go with our fate, which fate has been wrong, go with the Chiefs, but I want the Eagles. No. I want the Eagles to win. I don't want the Chiefs to win. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs. Yeah, we're going back to it.
Although that strategy
that's why the
really
Bengals
worked.
Lost. No. That's why the Bengals lost. I wanted the Bengals to win.
You have to actively be cheering for the Eagles, though. You have to cheer for the Eagles.
No, but I'm saying now, like, I actually have a reason to root for the Eagles because dude, if Mahomes wins another bowl, bro, like Aaron Rodgers only won 1 Super Bowl, bro. Mahomes about to get 2, dude. Oh my God, Chiefs fans are gonna be literally. I'm gonna have to start muting people on Twitter. I do not have anyone blocked or muted on Twitter. I'm gonna have to start doing it.
You're gonna have to start. Damn.
Like I'm going to have to. Mahomes 2 brings no.
Hey, well, good luck to you, man. It's gonna be a lot of muting that's gonna have to happen.
Actually, think about that though. Like Aaron only has 1. Like Packers fans, you guys can't be that cocky. but Mahomes about to get 2 ever. Oh, he's like 28. No.
So would Patrick Mahomes be the second most ringed active quarterback in the NFL?
I think.
It has to be, right?
Think like maybe there's some backup on there, like who has,
But like starting quarterback.
Oh, okay.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Like there's no other old head quarterback that's
For
got
starters, then yes. Then it's just Brady.
because Stafford only has one. Brady's got 6, right? 7, 6. So 7.
Like really think about that, Everett. He has 7. Like really think about that. Like it is nuts.
I want to see him go out with the Super Bowl, though.
That's what I thought was gonna happen this year. That was my preseason.
I want to see him go out with the Super Bowl.
I was gonna be like, dude, 8 rings for Brady.
Honestly, you know what?
Look at it.
I love Brock Purdy, but let's give him a year behind Tom Brady to develop. Let Tom Brady run the chip.
Then Tom Brady would win the Super Bowl, and then he's like,
it's
a repeat of Garoppolo situation. I want Purdy traded. I want him out.
Fuck.
That's a repeat.
Damn.
I want him and Lance traded. Let's sign Chad Henne to back me up.
Send him to the Jets. You know what? Put Brady on the Jets. Give him the ultimate challenge.
That's what I was saying. It's like the ultimate challenge. Like Aaron Rodgers, like, okay, for Tom Brady taking the Jets is more of like a sentimental thing because he's literally owned the Jets. Like he doesn't own the Jets in the way that Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears and like verbally abuses the Bears every time
he's their dad. Yes.
It's way different. Like Brady, at least to my knowledge, does not verbally abuse the New York Jets to the point of assault and prison. But
no, I don't think he verbally abuses them.
He has damaged them.
But emotionally, yes, he has made them have complicated feelings.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah. But I mean, it'd be like the TikTok Impossible challenge. Let's put Tom Brady on the Jets and see how many games that they can win.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be. Yeah, no, literally, I like that. TikTok Impossible, I like that. Yeah.
So, but with that, I think we're gonna wrap up the episode. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, that's all I got. It's gonna be a long.
Oh my God! You know what I just realized?
No.
The flag football game, the Pro Bowl flag football game. We get to watch it on Nick. We get to watch it. We get to watch it on Nickelodeon.
Well, okay, being dead ass. I would rather watch it on Nickelodeon with like shitty commentating than like trying to listen to like Chris Collinsworth commentate a flag football. Wait a second. I think I'd be really interested in listening to like Jim Nance and Romo call. So
imagine funny. You get like the number one.
Like
you get
really
the number
serious. one. That's a PI. It's horrible.
No. Don't worry. Tony Romo would be sucking off the shit out of whatever the quarterback is.
Romo's really been awful recently. I think everyone's really flipping on Romo and been like, all right, dude.
It was awesome. Like the first year when he was like calling out, like he was like pre-calling whatever the plays were going to be. And like he was doing that shit. So it was cool. And it was a good way to like learn the game. It was a cool way to learn the game.
Now it's just, oh man.
Like now he's not doing any of the stuff that people liked him for. Like he used to be calling the plays pre-snaps and like explaining stuff out.
The fame got to his head. Everyone was hyping him up for too long. So, you know, he started slacking, started taking his job less seriously, started taking his prep work less seriously, didn't show up as
but you know, here on the Waterboy podcast, we never slack. We would never do that. Never do that. Ever. But with that, thank you guys so much.
My phone right now as I'm saying this. Ever.
Oh, I'm not on my phone at all when we're recording. At all. Never.
Well, why would you even suggest that effort now?
But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. You can find us at Waterboy Pod on Twitter, TikTok, and on YouTube. You can find our handles down below. We are on Twitter and YouTube as well. Twitter and TikTok as well, not on YouTube. But thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Waterboy's out.
We are on YouTube. You can.
Well, no, I meant like our personal handles are not on YouTube. I don't think they are. but
I do not have a
maybe
personal YouTube.
Grant's
Maybe you do.
is.
Well, you
Maybe
do have a
Grant's is.
personal YouTube. That'll be up for you guys.
We
to
all have a
find.
personal YouTube, but I mean,
True.
all right.
But only one
Waterboy's
of us
out.
has uploaded videos. Okay, whatever.
Waterboy's out.